Part 2. The orphanage was full of mourning at the loss of their good friend one snowy night. Yet the days went on. As the snow retreated back into the forest, Deku and many others wondered what happened to their dear friend. While deep in the frozen forest of the Elf Kingdom, high in a tall tower rested a sleeping girl. Instead of the old and worn clothes, I'm so sorry. She wore back in the orphanage, she was in a dress in the finest silk nightgown. You guys get to pick what you guys wear, but in here is an old-time fashion one, so yeah. Oh, and sorry for my yawns. I just woke up from a nap. As she rested on the grand bed, her body laid on, a young elf maid entered the room. She gently placed down a tray of food for the king's guest. Miss Yin, please wake up, Uraka whispered gently to the woman. Yin slowly opened her eyes, but gasped in awe when she realized she was not in her room, not in her room in the orphanage. She began to panic and cough as she tried to stand, but the cold of the room was not helping her frail heart. Uchako tried to console the young human girl when the door to her room opened suddenly. Ochako gasped as she quickly bowed before the king that made his presence known. Yin's eyes widened slightly as she recognized the mixed-matched man. It was the young prince she met many times before. Shoto? Yin awed at the handsome man in front of her. Yin, you finally returned to me, Shoto sighed as he rushed to her and pulled her close. I'm going to read that again. And pulled her close. Why did you abandon me? Abandoned you? Yin asked when she realized what he was inscriptioning. Oh no, I didn't abandon you. I got horribly sick and my friend sent me to the kingdom to get help. You grew sick? Shoto asked. Yes, and when I got better, I was sent home to recover. Yin explained to Shoto the Elf King. Shoto sighed in relief when Yin suddenly hunched over and began to cough vigorously. Shoto widened as he tried to support her, but Ochako managed to help her and lay her down on the bed and tuck her in warmly. Ochako quickly leads the king out of the room so the human could get some rest. What happened, Ochako? Shoto asked with great worry. She is still weak from her illness, and the cold from your powers are making it worse, Ochako explained. His heart almost stopped as the room began to spin. I hate this. He was hurting her with his powers. His mind panicked. Your Highness, you need to use the power of your flames, Ochako said. No, I refuse to use his power. Just light the fireplace in her room, Shoto suggested. And confine her to one room for the rest of her life? Shoto, this is your power, not King Endeavor's. You have to help Yin, now more than ever, Ochako smiled. With that empathy, Shoto took a deep breath and used the other half for the first time in a decade. The snow quickly melted as the life of the forest quickly returned to its lush green state. Yin sat peacefully in the grand castle gardens, with Shoto by her side, just enjoying the warmth of the sun. She was dressed in the finest of clothing, something befitted a queen. and the wife of the great elf king. P.S. You get a pick what you wear, of course, because I'm not forcing anyone. Yet, not all was peace. Yin wasn't entirely happy with her solitution. What's wrong, Yin? Shoto asked. I miss my friends and family. Back at the orphanage, I left them so suddenly. I just want to let them know that I'm okay, Yin said as her eyes began to water. Do you wish to see them again? Shoto asked slowly. More than anything, and you'll come with me, won't you? Yin asked as she gently grabbed Shoto's hand. Shoto's heart fluttered in his chest as his queen leaned closer to him. Who am I to deny my queen of her family? Shoto smiled as the two cuddled close. The two visited the orphanage, and everyone greeted and hugged Yin in relief, happy to see their friend healthy and well, and shocked to see she was married. The man she called her husband stared at them curiously as Yin played with the youngest, Eri, Koda, Katsumi, and, I'm gonna butcher this name, Maruho. Deku and Shoto stood off to the side, watching Yin from a distance, Deku eyeing Shoto nervously, with many thoughts racing through his mind. If you're wondering about me, just ask me, Shoto said, still watching his wife. You didn't force Yin to do anything, did you? Izuku asked slowly. No, I swear on my crown that I will do nothing like my father, and I will do everything in my power to care for and protect Yin. You have my word, Shoto said, turning Deku with a serious and confident eyes. Izuku stared at Shoto for a bit before smiling in slight relief. He could see no remorse or malicious intent behind those heroic eyes. Maybe Izuku was nothing to worry about after all. All that mattered was that Yin lived happy after all. The end.